I'm Dr. Adrienne Mulligan from Camp Verde Veterinary Clinic, and I'm here to talk to you about taking vital statistics on your dog on behalf of expertvillage.com. There will be times when you'll wonder if your dog is sick or if your dog is in an emergency crisis and whether or not you should be running to the vet. And a couple of things I want to sort of debunk are myths about how to tell if a dog is healthy. One famous thing is whether their nose is moist or dry. And while it may be true that if your dog has a dry nose, he may be sick, but it doesn't mean that every time his nose is dry that he is sick, because his nose moisture will come and go based on the outside humidity, the outside dryness, and on tear production on his part, because tear production, if let's say he's got a runny eye because he's got allergies, that can make his nose more wet. So that's not a real reliable indicator. But heart rate, temperature, and respiratory rate are all three things that are very important, plus the color of their gums. Now that's very important. And when you call a veterinarian, he may ask you to tell him if your dog has a temperature or if their gums are pale. So these are things you want to know how to check. When you check a dog's gums, you want to lift the lip and look at the color, this pink under his lip and above his teeth. And if that's a nice pink color, he's probably in good shape. If it's too dark, too blue, too red, brick red, or too white, then your dog is probably in serious trouble. And that's the first thing to look at. The next thing is to try to check a pulse. And you can just place your hand against the side of a dog's chest, and if you feel, and it's about right behind the elbow, so if you locate the elbow and press your fingers against the ribs right at that point, you can feel a heartbeat. And then you can take a watch and count that heartbeat. Sit down, sit. You can count that heartbeat for 15 seconds and then multiply that by 4. So a typical dog's heart rate is about 120 beats per minute. So I'm counting his, and he is right about 120 beats per minute. And then you want to try to take a temperature. You can buy these at any Walmart or any basic drugstore, and you want to lubricate it. It's a good idea to use some either KY jelly or some Vaseline and lubricate it and lift their tail and just insert it just barely into their anus. It doesn't have to go very far. Turn the button on, it should beep, and it'll take about a minute before it will beep and tell you what the temperature is.